Hope you're all right, and welcome to this live streaming thing. So I'm Ben Walker. I'm going to be doing a couple. Then Thom Ashworth is going to be taking over, and we'll swap like that until the time's up. Thank you for watching. Thank you for joining us. Without further ado, I suppose we best get started. I'm going to open with a tune I found in a book. This is something called A Trip to Nettlebed, which, if you've ever been to Nettlebed, not quite sure why you'd want to go there, but anyway, clearly in 1760, trip to Nettlebed was a thing. This comes from Thompson's Complete Book of English Country Dances for the year 1760, as danced in Court, Bath and Tunbridge with dance steps, which is a catchy title. And if you're interested, you can find this at the Vaughan Williams Memorial Library in person, or through the modern wonders of the internet, as the same medium that you're watching me, you can find it online at the Vaughan Williams website link. And yeah, everything's been digitized, so it's fantastic stuff, so you can go and have a look. But yeah, so this is my take on A Trip to Nettlebed. You ready? Thank you. So I'll do another one now, which is I learned from the playing of Ry Cooder from an album called Into the Purple Valley, and he learned it from various other people. who, if you're interested, there's a long thread. I did this, played this with a friend of mine called Michael Watts on the sofa over here. He's not, but that's where we played it. Yeah, we sort of put it up on YouTube. Like, oh, hey, we were doing this thing, and probably got it from John Renbourn as well. And all the comments underneath it, everyone is an armchair expert. So with that in mind, here's something I learned from Raikuda. It's called Great Dreams from Heaven. Thank you very much. And now, over to Mr. Ashworth.
Right, I'm going to de-headphone. Oh, there we go. I'm big now. I was feeling very small. Hello, everyone. Cheers. Stephen, I'm assuming you've got one now. It's too late to buy one. I'm going to start, as I often do, with a song about being poor. I'm hoping that the balance on all of this is going to work fine. I had a slight total disaster car crash technical moment about 15 minutes ago, so hopefully it'll be fine. I famously play quite a quiet instrument and have a very loud voice, so we'll see. Hopefully it'll be fine. This is called Work Life Out. You might know it as the Working Chap. Oh, the working man, as you can see, that is what he was born to be. Married to the working wife, that is what she'll be all her life. Never lived beyond their means, nor saw assistance from their friends. Yet day and night, through thick and thin, they work life out just to keep it in. No matter friends, what else befalls, the poor folk they must work or fall. Through frost and snow, through sleet and wind, they work life out just to keep it in. Do you see the women who make the gowns for those in other parts of town? It's a sight most sorrowful to see, and I'm sure with me you will agree that meagre is their daily pay to feed and plan a family with. She's overworked, she's tired and thin, she works life out just to keep her thin. No matter friends, what else befalls the poor folk, they must work and fall. Through frost and snow, through sleet and wind, they work life out just to keep life in. Oh, mistress mine, where do you roam? When reason called you weren't at home. If you take cheese from off the rack, is he then free to hunt the cat? If freed from unions, freed from dues, are we free from choice or free to choose? Or free as any bird, blown by the wind, to work life out just to keep life in. No matter friends, what else befalls, the poor folk, they must work or fall. Through frost and snow, through sleet and wind, we work life out just to keep life in. There we go, that's the first one. I'm going to move my phone out of my pocket as well, because the vibrating of people texting is very distracting. There we go. That one, like so many songs that I do, I got from the playing of Martin Carthy originally. Although I should also shout out Jimmy and Sid's version, which is very different from mine. It's a minor key for starters. It's really, really lovely. There we go. There we go. I bet no one thought they were going to be tuning into the internet to hear an acoustic bass guitar being tuned live. These are the gifts that COVID has brought us. There we go. Okay, I'll do one of mine now. This is called "Everybody's Gone to the Rapture." I believe it is the only folk song named after a computer game. A computer game I don't actually like very much, but that's by the by. The soundtrack to it is excellent though. And it's sort of about how we'll all be eventually made obsolete and replaced by robots. 3, 4. I was a hand weaver skilled in my trade, till revolution took my hands away. Steam power came and a stocking frame, a mill to grind away an honest trade. No loom could weave a crust of bread to eat, so I cast in the shoes from off my feet. Come push the genie back inside, or wish us all back to the future. Come resurrect what's up and died. Now everybody's gone to the rapture. Work in the darkness, low down in the sea. Pick and drill to feed this industry. Time dragged the costs up, now the bill's unpaid. I can't climb out the pit my father made. Coal and sweat and tar all dust to dust. Tools set down for good and left to rust. Oh, tell me where the workers gone. No more to manufacture. Can't fuel the fires we tendered home. Now everybody's gone to the rapture. There we go. I'm going to hand it back to Ben. I'm going to stick my headphones on.
Hello. I'm going to take my headphones off now. Yes, we can see all the comments. So hello, everyone. I've got coffee because coffee is always a good thing. Yeah, I'm down here in the basement in Brighton, and as a consequence, I've got access to a million guitars and all the rest of the stuff that's sort of here. So not quite a million. However, this is an electric guitar, so I'm going to be playing this for this next one. This is a piece of music I learned as a kid when I was having classical guitar lessons. It's a piece by the English lutenist John Dowland. Could never really understand, because it's one of these things where you as a child, you learn to play these pieces and you kind of, really? And they all end it the same way. So they all have a, which is, as a kid, you kind of go, why does everything have to have this minor and major thing? And then you sort of realize that everyone's a bit miserable. But cider. So that's the way I kind of see it. So this is John Dowland's Lacrimae Pavan, which means the dance of the tears. So you can tell it's an upbeat number, and I'm playing it obviously on electric guitar, not tuned in standard, with a capo on the 5th fret, streaming over the internet, because that's exactly what he would have wanted back in 1570. So yeah, it goes like this. So that was that. Now something a bit different. This is a piece of Irish. It's not Irish music at all. So this is another one that was lifted from an English country dance book. It's called The Rakes of Adair. And it was taken from a book, a dance book, which means it's probably done in an English country dance style, which I'm not playing Slayer, Miss Simpson, sorry. Just following some of the comments here. So this is, it's supposed to be done in the country dance style, which means you're expected to be kind of thing. However, it's called The Rakes of Adair, and to be honest, that to me sounds a bit more kind of Celtic vibes. So I kind of thought, well, let's see what we can do with it. It goes like this. Cool. Thank you very much. And over to Tom.
We're passing back over. Hello.
There we are. Hello.
I can just about hear you. I've still got the headphones here. I really like that one. Yeah, there's a music theory nerd in me that really enjoys the last 3 chords of that. Anyway, 4 minors, really nice. Right, this is one of mine. This is called The City and the Tower. Whenever I introduce it, I say it's about racists on the internet. That's sort of true. It's about not being able to say what you mean without meaning other things at the same time. That's what it's about. Anyway, and it's on, you can just about see it actually. The cover for my record is there. It's on that record called Headcanon. It's the last track on it. Anyway, this is The City and the Tower.
Tie me down in the bind of days gone by and needful things. Cage the bird, but still you have to clip its wings. You can't change the tune it sings on trial by fire. Comes the day-to-day, a routine test, as if the sentence meted out was said in jest. Till we all are dispossessed, belief comes cheap. A rumour carried on the air, a waking sleep. For all in love and war is fair, a stage retreat. Letting bridges burn, and duty binds till orphan sense becomes a dying breed, or million lost between the moving parts of speech. Traps the tongue behind the teeth, these narrow lines, with beaching cuts made silent over time, till protocol makes virtue into crime, tears the signal from the sign, belief runs deep, running through the cracks between awake and sleep. A rag to wipe the canvas clean, a stage retreat. Letting bridges burn. Sold the earth, damn the river, poisoned the well. Bar the gates, pull up the ladder, sound the horn, ring the bell. Sold the earth, dam the river, march us into hell. We'll take the scars and we'll remember we were there when Babel fell.
There we go, that's The City and the Tower. Foolishly left my beer slightly too far away. First time I've had anything that's not an IPA, because we keep buying batches of Brewdog. A nice flat dark beer is making me feel like I'm at a folk club. It's nice. If anyone wants to do a raffle, we'll take a break in a minute. Maybe raffle off some cuts of meat or something. Anyone who's done the Folk Factory Soundpost Folk Club Sing Around on a Tuesday evening, they do have a raffle. It's really good. Anyway, virtual raffle. This is an Irish tune. This is called Derry Jail, or Streets of Derry, some people know it as. Or there is actually a John Bowden version where he wrote a chorus for it, which is different. It's called Hail a Brighter Day, but it's the same song. Anyway, Derry Jail. I like it because it's a folk song with a female protagonist. There's not enough of those, but they actually get to get things done. Here we go. 2, 3, 4. I'm going to start again. 3, 4. He walked out on the streets of Derry. I'm sure he must have being much more like some commanding officer than one to hang upon the gallows tree. But the very first damn he put on the gallows, his blooming colour then with bitter crying and tender sighing, is there no release from Derry Jail? Where is my love? She is so long coming, and what detains her so long from me? Or does she think it some shame or scandal for to see me hang upon the gallows tree? Well, he looked around and he saw her coming. She was riding past and stand back, you false prosecutors, for our verily ransom from the king. And I made them see that they may not hang you, and I'll crown my love for him. There we go, there we go.
Woo!
So, pass it back to Ben. Anyone who wants to have a raffle informally? There's a moment.
So who's going to leave the headphones? Awesome stuff. There's looking at what to do next. Okay. This is a piece I wrote. It's called Starlings, and I'd kind of been noodling around with this idea for a while, and then someone at a gig came up over in Shoreham, or staying even, and said, "You thought about writing something about the murmurations? Because here we are on the over the pier. These murmurations happen sort of late summer or autumn time, and across the winter, and they literally these sort of huge groups of starlings swarming all over the place, and they're magnificent sort of things, very majestic. And I was trying to sort of suddenly put the two things together. So hence this is called Starlings, and I need to make sure that. Thank you very much. So I'm just looking at the clock. It may well be a case that you see you see me and Thom again later. I mean, Thom's up next anyway, but you get the idea. There might well be another one. This was what's slated down as the last thing I was going to do, so I'll do it, and then if we come back and do this an hour, come back and do something else, then so be it. But this is the opening track from an album I put out last year. The album's called Echo, which you can get from Bandcamp, Amazon, and the usual suspect places. There's also a book for it because I have a terrible memory and I need to know how to play it. So it's got all that in there. And the opening track is called Afon, which is the Welsh word for river. It's also where we get the word Avon from. So I grew up in Evesham, and through the river, or through the middle of the town, we've got the River Avon. And I was sent back that way for a project by Radio 3 and started recording noises around the area. And it was for a thing called Penda's Fen, trying to sort of try and get some of the naming and the inheritance of where these things come from, because there's a small village near Evesham called Pinvin, which actually takes its name from Penda's Fen, which is what it used to be known as. So it's this idea that sort of we've got layers of inheritance all over the place. And so I kind of tried coming up with something watery to go with the Avon. And the theory is that when the Romans came over and started naming things after their own, they sort of got to the river and pointed at it and said, "What's that?" And the locals said, "Oh, that's the Afon." So the Romans said, "Right, we'll call it the River Avon, or the River Afon," without realizing they were naming it twice. So it's River. And you get this a lot. So there's like Breedon Hill is a good example, which is Brea Don, which is where we get down from, or the Downs, and Hill, which means hill. So it's all very fascinating stuff. If you're into your, it's not really etymology, toponomy, something like that. Someone can correct me in one of the comments, I'm sure. So this is Avon. Thank you very much. And over to Tom, I believe.
Hello again. I love that one. That's my favourite one. I've heard Ben play Afron live quite a lot of times now. I don't know, 8-10 times. I'm not sure. And I love it. Absolutely my favourite. It's probably because I used to be in a math rock band. Something about the twinkly guitars. Anyway, this is the most depressing song I've ever written. This is called Hollow. It's about passing on lessons to your children and intending one thing and succeeding in passing on a different lesson than are only meant. Hollow.
When I was a young man, I blamed my tools, bought and sold from day to day so freely. When I was a young man, I blamed my tools, bought and sold from day to day so free. And the dreams I taught my sons to dream, they were smaller than I meant. The horizon so much nearer when you kneel to pay the rent. When I was a young man, I drew straight lines across the border day to day so freely. When I was a young man, I drew straight lines across the border day to day so free. And the dreams I taught my sons to dream were a compromise at best. The horizon so much nearer when you kneel to pay the rent. When I was a young man, I paid no mind, played the numbers day to day so freely. When I was a young man, I paid no mind, played the numbers day to day so free. And the dreams I taught my sons to dream, they were smaller than I meant. The horizon so much nearer when you kneel to pay the rent. The dreams I taught my sons to dream were the means but not the end. The horizon so much nearer when you kneel to pay the rent. When I was a young man, I blamed my tools, bought and sold from day to day so free.
I can still hear Ben clapping very distantly in my head. There's a tiny man clapping in the headphones behind me. Moments like these, I wish I could do that Rob Brydon thing where he pretends to be a tiny man in a box. Anyway, I can't. I'm going to have to talk while I tune now. 33% less strings doesn't equal 33% less tuning, I'm afraid. What am I going to do after this? Yeah. I'm going to do since it's the height of spring, lovely weather at the moment, I thought I'd do a song about the depths of winter. I got this from Singing Van Briggs, who's probably certainly one of my favourite trad singers, if not my actual favourite trad singer. It's a hotly contested prize, that one. Anyway, this is The Snow It Melts the Soonest.
Oh, the snow, it melts the soonest when the wind begins to sing. And the corn, it ripens fastest when the frost is setting in. When a young man tells me that my face he'll soon forget, before we part I'll tell him now, he'll be fain to follow yet. Oh, the snow, it melts the soonest when the wind begins to sing, and the swallow skims without a thought as long as it is spring. But when spring goes and winter blows, my love, then you'll be fain. For all your pride to follow me, were it cross the stormy day. Oh, the snow, it melts the soonest when the wind begins to sing, and the swallow skims without a thought as long as it is spring. But when spring goes and winter blows, my love, then you'll be fain. For all your pride to follow me, were it cross the stormy So never say me farewell here, no farewell I'll receive. You can send me to the stile where you'll kiss and take your leave, but I'll wait here till the woodcock crows and the martin takes its leave. For the snow melts the soonest when the wind begins to sing.
Woo!
There we go. I'm hoping people weren't too distracted, or as distracted as I was by someone hooting their car horn outside my house, but never mind.
Hello.
We've got a bit of time left. So, Ben, do you want to do one more and I'll do one more?
Yeah, I reckon so. As long as people are up for that.
Lovely.
And well, yes. Let's swap. I'm going to do. What am I going to do? I'm going to do something on another guitar. So that guitar I'm just putting down, and this one, are both made by a chap called Roger Bucknell, who builds guitars with the name of Filed. He asked me a while back if I'd contribute to a charity album he was putting together, which, as luck would have it, is this one here. It's called Strings That Nimble Leap. I don't know if you can see that. And it's got a vast smorgasbord of amazing people who all play file guitars, such as Gordon Giltrap, Martin Carthy, Vin Garbett, Martin Simpson. Don't know what he's up to at the moment, anyway. Chris Difford, Boo Houdin, all the way down to and then me somewhere in there. So he was going to get this next piece of music. However, at the same time as me, it was sort of coincided with me making Echo, and I needed more music for it. So I kind of stole it and gave Roger me doing some O'Callaghan tunes. So he's happy with that. In fact, there's a video of that going up very soon. But it's, so in the meantime, this is a tune called Cross Fell, which is named after a mountain, a very large hill, depending on how you like it, near to Penrith, which is where these instruments are built. And back in the Dark Ages, it was known as Demon's Fell or Devil's Fell. And then St. Augustine went to the top and decided enough was enough. His howling wind and the inhospitable conditions and the fact that only sheep can live there, not good enough. So blessed the hill, or blessed the mountain, and decided to rid it of its evil spirits. And as a consequence, they called it Crossfell, and put a big stone cross on top of it for people to shelter. And to this day, it's still inhospitable, 98% precipitation, and the only thing that can live there is sheep. So that worked out well. Yeah, so this is Crossfell. On the record, on the CD rather, there's a cello part that has been played live by none other than Maya McCourt sometimes, whenever we're in the same place. Who, hello. See the comments going past. Yeah, it goes like this. Oh, so thank you, Graham, for organising all of this. Thank you, everyone, for tuning in. I've been Ben Walker. You can find out details on the little things that have been scrolling across the bottom. Thank you again. I was supposed to be at a wedding today, Cameron and Becca. So, shit, guys, I'm sorry if you're watching this, but we are where we are. Anyway, stay safe, stay home. I'll leave you with this. This is Crossfell. thank you very much again for tuning in, and I'll hand over to Thom. Thanks again.
Oh. I was going to play one tune, and then someone else asked for another one, so I've changed my mind. This is another song about being poor. Collected about the turn of the 20th century up in Yorkshire from a guy called Tom Daniel, who claimed not to have written it, but everyone else thinks he probably did. This is called Poverty Knock. If you want to sing along at home, feel free. Pick the third above, the fourth below, whichever you want. It's fine. Only the choruses sound weird if it's in 3/4 harmony all the way through. Thanks very much for having me. You can find links and whatever. Stay at home, lay off the disinfectant, be kind to each other. Up every morning at 5. It's a wonder that we're still alive. Tired and yawning in the calm morning and back to the dreary old drive. Oh dear, we're going to be late. The gaffer is stood at the gate. We're out of pocket, our wages he'll dock it. We'll have to buy grub on the sleigh. And it's poverty, poverty, no. My Lumin is singing all day. Poverty, poverty, no. The gaffer's too skinny to pay us. Poverty, poverty, no. With always one eye on the clock, and I know I can guttle when I hear my shuttle go. Poverty, poverty, no. Oh, how my poor heart it sings. I should have woven 3 strings. The threads that keep breaking, my poor heart is aching. Oh God, how I wish I had wings. And sometimes a shuttle flies out, and it gives some poor woman a cloud. And there she lies bleeding, but nobody's heeding. Will nobody carry her out? And it's poverty, poverty, no. My Lumin is singing all day. Poverty, poverty, no. The gaffer's too skinny to pay us. Poverty, poverty, no. With always one eye on the clock, and I know I can guttle when I hear my shuttle go. Poverty, poverty, no. The tuner should see to my lute, but he'd rather sit on his bum. He's far too busy a-courting on Izzy. I just can't get him to come. And Lizzie's so easily led, I reckon he takes her to bed. She always was skinny, now look at her pinny. It's just about time they was wed. And it's poverty, poverty, no. My Lumin is singing all day. Poverty, poverty, no. The gaffer's too skinny to pay us. Poverty, poverty, no. With always one eye on the clock, and I know I can guttle when I hear my shuttle go. Poverty, poverty, no.
Woo!
Thanks so much, everyone. Cheers. See you again. Let's go and have. See, we're going for the beer. It's already gone. Let's go and have an actual pint when all this is over, and we can go back out into the world. In the meantime, stay home. Cheers. Thanks for watching.
Bye.
Bye.